Thanks for tuning in to Daily Spiritual Warfare again, where I focus on sharing short-form clips with all of you on the subject of spiritual warfare. And so this time, what I want to share with you will be on fear and anxiety. Please listen to this.
The devil, whenever he comes, he always brings two things that God never brings: fear and anxiety. That's the telltale that it's the devil. If the thought or the image or the pattern of ideas that come to us during prayer are leading to anxiety and fear, that's from Satan. God brings, on the other hand, peace and joy. Now, this, by the way, parenthetically, is how to discern in the world of demonology whether a spirit in a house is from hell or from purgatory. Let's suppose you're at home and you're having disturbances in the house. And I deal with this on a weekly basis with people because I was an exorcist in Rome for many years. And they complain of strange happenings, things that go bump in the night and sometimes in the daytime, or even at the workplace, or believe it or not, even in a rectory of a church. Now, I have an experience I could share with you that's interesting, maybe another time, but in any event, if you hear these things and you experience these things at home, you will know that the spirit is from hell or from purgatory by virtue of fear and anxiety. If you're experiencing fear and anxiety from the presence of these spirits, that's a soul from hell. If you're not experiencing these two, then it's a soul from purgatory. Souls in purgatory are saved. They're in God's grace. They don't bring fear and anxiety. It's just an external nuisance, like a banging or a knocking. And that's what I experienced one time at a rectory when I was serving for 3 years as pastor. I was downstairs. Since I brought it up, I might as well finish the story. And I was hearing a tapping. I thought it was maybe the pipes. So I ignored it. And I heard it again. I looked up and it stopped. And I continued reading. It started. I looked up and it stopped. Then I started to sense an intelligibility because it would only stop when I raised my head. And this happened about 9 times over the course of about 2 hours. Finally, I said, okay, I'm going to try one more time. When the knocking starts, I'll ignore it. I'll let it go on for a minute. And then after a minute, I'll raise my head. I let it go on, and after a minute, I raised my head, and it stopped. I said, okay, now we're dealing with an intelligent entity. So I go up the stairs, and I do an exorcism prayer, and I sprinkle the holy water, and open myself up to God's grace, asking the Spirit to manifest itself in any way, covering myself with the blood of Christ. This way I'm not going to open myself to any evil spirits. And I get the sensation, and I'm not saying God is speaking to me directly here. I'm always hesitant, cautious, and it's healthy to be cautious so you're not deceived by false revelations. And in that state of soul, I'm drawn to the closet area, and I'm feeling, and I don't base my beliefs on feelings, but I'm just feeling on the inside a magnetic current pulling me there. And there's no fear, there's no anxiety, but there's a solicitude, like someone wants my attention. So I do a blessing, and then I say out loud that if you are a soul in purgatory, I will offer up 3 masses for you, and you may go your way. So I did that, and the banging stopped. Now, a few months went by, and I forgot about the incident, and someone was in the church talking to me about a nun who committed suicide upstairs in the closet, and that they had offered mass for her, and that she was, she had the grace of God, and she was apparently under duress. So this is a case of a soul in purgatory who, out of ignorance, committed an act of suicide. And yes, not all suicides go to hell. Even St. John Vianney had an experience where he saw that as well.
Well, that is all for the video this time. Again, thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time to be here with us. Always remember that if ever you have any feedback or suggestion, please don't ever hesitate to let us know in the comments below.